And let's take it into a seated forward fold. Rounding down, and similar to when we were standing, arch yourself back up. Again for 2, glide along the legs, sink down, and then lift. Let's take it into one more. We slide down and now hold that stretch, reach for your toes. And then slowly arch yourself back up to lifted. And then we're going to take the feet out into a wide stance.
It's Rashida and Marshall. Thank you so much for checking out this video. If you are new, hello, welcome. Make sure to hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all future stretch routines and dance tutorials, Pilates workouts, wellness chats, and all that good stuff. And for those who are returning, you all know I say it in every single video. Thank you so much for your continued support. I really appreciate it. And I'm really glad that you're liking the content, and I hope you enjoy what I have for you today. So we're gonna take it into a flowy, sensual stretch, and this will be a mashup of several things. So this will include moves that I like to incorporate into my warm-up when I come to the studio to practice or rehearse or just, dance freely. It'll include moves that I put into the warm-up for my sensual dance classes, stretches as well that I put into both of those things, and we'll also be doing a few moves or variations of moves that I like to put into choreography. So this will be a nice flow to go through if you are just looking to release some tightness or tension in the body. This will be helpful if you found that with some of the past tutorials, you notice range of motion is not where you want it to be and you'd like to build your flexibility. You'll notice that some of the things that we do here will help and will tie into some of those dance moves that you've probably done in the past. And this can also be helpful if you just want to quiet the mind and just take a moment for yourself to connect to your body and flow to the music and the beat that we're going to be stretching to. So whatever it is you're looking to get, hopefully this is helpful for you. So in terms of props, you won't need much, maybe a mat if you are on a harder surface, and you won't need your knee pads or your high socks. Those won't be necessary today, just some comfortable clothes that you can move and stretch in and feel comfortable in. So we're gonna start standing and then we'll work our way down onto the floor and we're just gonna flow. So let's go ahead and jump in.
We're going to get started with our neck rotations, chin to chest. Let the head go around in a smooth rotation here. Coming back into center and we reverse. Inhale, taking the head around. And exhale, returning to our starting spot. Lifting the head, we have shoulder rolls for 3 and 2 and 1. And then go ahead and reverse, drawing the shoulders back, around, and lower. 3. Again for 2. And then last one here. We're going to space the feet apart, reach those arms up overhead, big stretch, lengthen through the fingers, then press down into a squat. Again for 2, lift and lower. We have 3 more, big sweep of the arms, again for 2. Now on this last one, keep the arms up, out to the side, and now press into a squat with a lateral stretch. We lift into center and then switch. 1 more each side, really reach through the fingers so you get a nice stretch as you lengthen. Last one. Coming all the way back up into center, reach both arms overhead, and now we fold forward, reaching through the fingers, and now round up here, bone by bone, maybe letting those hands graze across the body, past the waist and chest. We lift and then fold. And then let upper body be heavy as you lift. Head is the last thing to come up, and then those arms follow as we stretch. Last one, folding forward. Slowly round the spine as we come up. Reach the arms out to the sides, shift the weight onto one leg, slide down the lengthened leg as you bend the other, sweep through center and switch. So find a nice flow here, sliding down, bend that standing leg. We lift and then lateral stretch to the other side. Now on this last one, hold your stretch, slide down, reach for the toes, lengthen through the fingers of that lifted arm, and then bring yourself back up, sweeping over to the other side. And now just shift the weight, We have the same thing here. We slide down for 3, coming up, and then we switch. Again for 2, stretch, reach down toward the toes, and then we lift, sweeping over to the opposite direction. Last one, find that hold as you slide down. And then we're bringing ourselves all the way back up and over. And then stepping out of that position, arms lower, we're going to take it into some forward folds here. So round down toward the toes, getting a nice stretch in the back of the legs. And now I want you to arch as you bring yourself up. So kind of adding a little bit of a sensual flow. Arms reach up and down. Again, chin to chest, round toward the feet. And now you start your lift with the head going up first, and then find an arch as you bring yourself up, and then arms lengthen. Let's take it into another one here, going down. And then palms meet the ground. Take it into some calf raises as you alternate the lift of the heels, one after the other. Flowing through that. We're going to bring the feet to steady, walk the hands forward and the feet back just a little bit, and press back into your downward dog. You're letting the head be heavy. And then we're going to shift the hips forward and then lower the knees to the ground, taking it into your cat-cow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull the belly button in toward the spine. Again for 2, inhale. And then exhale, rounding. Think of curling at the lower back. Again for 3, and then in. Now we're going to go into a rotation. Take the head around to the left, sweep, and pull in. Again for 2. So you're tilting the head and tailbone up, and then rounding as you finish. Let's take it over to the other side. Inhale, sweep around, and then exhale, center. Last one. And then returning to your starting position. Go ahead and send the hips back as you press into a child's pose here, reaching the arms to the top end of the mat as you send the hips back, getting a nice stretch. And now round yourself up to a kneeling position, and we're going to take it into a head sweep. Those hands are behind you. The head sweeps back and around and into center, and then reverse. Inhale, sweep the head around and in. Again for 2. Using the hands behind you for support. And then again, we reverse, inhale, and then exhale, we're back. From here, go ahead and sweep the feet from underneath you. Taking them out in front, we're going to lengthen them out on the mat. And let's take it into a seated forward fold. Rounding down, and similar to when we were standing, arch yourself back up. Again for 2, glide along the legs, sink down, and then lift. Let's take it into one more. We slide down and now hold that stretch. Reach for your toes. And then slowly arch yourself back up to lifted. And then we're going to take the feet out into a wide stance. So similar movement here. I want you to bring the hands onto the ground and then slowly slink yourself down and then arch, pulling back up to center. Again for 2, dropping the chest. And then we lift. Go ahead and take it into one more. And then again, on this last one, we hold, reaching those fingers out. Maybe you rest the forearms down. And now begin to round. So coming back up as we lift. And then you're going to bring those feet in together. Shifting forward if you need to here. And we have just a leg lift and stretch. So palms are pressed behind you as you lengthen the legs up. And then last one, switching. As we lift for 2. And again here for 3. And 4. Lower that leg. And now slowly arch yourself down onto the mat. And then once you're reclined there, we're going to take it into some leg sweeps. So your toes just graze across the mat as your knees fall left to right in a windshield wiper-like movement. And now you're gonna let them fall to one side, holding the stretch, looking to the opposite shoulder. And then we switch. You're gonna draw the legs back up, hug the knees in towards the chest, getting a nice stretch in your low back. Maybe you're steady or maybe you rock gently from left to right. And now you're gonna steady the body. And then place the hands onto the knees and take it into knee circles. So your toes are staying together as you sweep the knees out and around, getting a nice hip opener stretch. And then you steady the legs, pull the feet into center for a butterfly stretch, maybe a gentle rock to each side as I'm doing here. And now place the feet up. You're going to lower one leg as you pull the other one in towards you, getting a hamstring stretch. And then we switch as you go ahead and lower the opposite leg and lift the other one. Gentle pull towards center. And now go ahead and take the body over onto one side so the knees are stacked, arms are lengthened out in front, knees bent. Sweep the arm around, inhale, looking towards those fingers. And then we reverse as you sweep the arm back, planting it on that bottom arm. Again for 2, inhale, sweep around, keeping the knees stacked. And then exhale, drawing it into center. Here's our last one, sweeping the arm around, and then we hold. And then reverse, arm plants back. And then you're just gonna press yourself up. Let's go over to the other side, or maybe you just roll over. Just getting set up for the opposite direction. Arms are lengthened out in front. And then inhale, sweeping the arm out, we turn the head to follow. And exhale, planting the palm down. Again for 2, lift, sweep around and hold. And then again, inhale, exhale, palm steadies. Last one, sweeping around, hold the stretch, looking towards your fingers. And then gradually bring the arm back to center. And then we're gonna all press up to our seated position. You're gonna cross the legs into center. We have an around the world stretch. So you're gonna sweep one arm up and over, scoop around through center. Arms are rounded, we lift, and then reverse. Sweeping down, dropping the chest as the arms circulate around the body. Again for 2. And then up, stretching out of the hip. Last one. And then arms lift. You're gonna lower that lifted arm down. Go ahead and bring those palms behind the back of the head. Inhale, open the chest, looking up to the ceiling. Exhale, return to center. Again here for 2. Inhale. And then release, looking out in front. Last one. Inhale, open the chest, look up toward the sky. And release. We lower those arms all the way down, and then we are done. Good job.
All right, everyone, so we are done with our flowy sensual stretch. So hopefully you enjoyed that and it felt good on the body to move and release and stretch and just take that time out for yourself. So as I mentioned earlier, that was a mix of moves that I like to incorporate into the warm-up and cool down before my sensual dance classes, as well as a couple moves in here that I like to put into choreography or variations of those. So I think it helps with muscle memory and of course just getting the body to feel more comfortable in some of those positions. The more you can practice and stretch and incorporate it into your own routine. So hopefully this is a video that you can incorporate into your dance journey, your wellness journey, whatever journey you may be on. Hopefully this is something that helps you with that. So thank you so much for watching again, and until next time, you all have a good one. Bye.